Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sesh. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we have two central domination quick checkmates. We're playing 5-minute blitz, so without wasting any time, let's jump right into this. First game, we're opening up with e4. My opponent going for a French defense, and we're taking over the center with d4. Typically, a French defense, opponent's going to strike back in the center with d5, but instead my opponent plays a different variation where they're fianchettoing their bishop and putting pressure on the center that way. And so I take this time to really take over the center and secure my support over the d5 square. Opponent developing and attacking my pawn, so we're just defend that with natural development. Opponent pinning my knight, threatening to take and then win my pawn. So develop my bishop, support my center. Opponent wasting time here, guys. I don't know. I think maybe they were afraid of eventually a knight landing on g5 or something, but this is a waste of time. You don't want to be playing moves like this. This doesn't even stop anything. I wasn't planning on putting anything on g5. You should instead be adding pressure to the center. But so, okay. Continuing my natural development, getting ready to castle, and we do just that. When trading off, although this really only helps us to increase our support over the center of the board. Look at all this control that we have, guys. More than half the board belongs to us, and my opponent is totally cramped. So we have castles, and now we need to open up the board for our pieces. It's great to have all these pawns taking up space, but just look at this bishop. This bishop is crying. It's completely blocked in. It's only controlling 2 squares forwards. So this we might as well be a pawn. We need to open up some squares for this bishop, so that's the purpose of this move. Now this is a much stronger bishop. Opponent tries to shut it down, except there's a move here, guys. It's written in the chess rules. It's forced. So if you don't play this move, it's an instant loss. That's en passant. Rook takes. Now we're going forward, adding more pressure to my opponent's position. No clear threats, but a useful move. Try to kick out my knight, which, makes sense. No one likes a knight in their territory. Dropping back with a tempo on the rook, and now we've improved the positioning of our knight. And guys, this game is basically over. I want to know, guys. Pause the video, think about it, drop it down in the comments. What move are you playing here? Are you gonna either develop your bishop, bring your rook into the game, maybe activate your queen? What move are you guys thinking? All right, if you had a chance to think about it, the move that I played, best move, knight takes h6 check, ripping open the king. At this point, look at my opponent's queen side. Totally undeveloped. And this king is just completely defenseless. We come in. Not the best continuation by me, but it gets the job done. Only defensive resource is to drop the knight back. And if you take, you can block the queen. I don't know. My rating, it's not really too common to find defensive resources that good. And we're going to end the game with a quick checkmate. Now for the second game, we have black pieces, and it's going to be a little counterintuitive because I said we're taking over the center in this game, but we're going to play this King's Indian style. We're going to completely give up the center, focus on quick development on the king side, get our king to safety, and then we're going to work on getting the center for ourselves. So bringing one more piece into the action before we move on, just supporting this e5 break in the center. Now we go for it, and opponent doesn't really want to take because we're going to be getting better control over the center. She's saying knight c5. Okay. Anyways, so opponent keeps it closed, but now this pawn chain is surprisingly weak. There's no pieces supporting this pawn, just one other pawn. Ideally, we'd like to attack pawn chains at the base, but since that's not possible, this pawn chain is so close to us, we can chip away at it super easy, and all of his pieces are so far away. These pawns are basically defenseless. They're out way outside of their comfort zone. We're going to chip away, taking towards the center, increasing our control over the center. Opponent wasting time. They should be trying to get some action, get their pieces open. Sorry. But instead, we're going to be striking at the center again. And now, look at this, guys. In just a few moves, we went from next to no central presence to complete ownership. And big threat here, threatening a fork, so my opponent backs up. All right, so my opponent backs up, and we are going to start pushing our initiative in the center, kicking forward this knight and cutting off the king's escape square. So we don't want to let this king get away from our attack. We have such a strong presence in the center. We have the option. We might as well cut the king off. Now, my opponent is just so cramped. It's really hard to find a move here for white. They're trying to attack my pawn, but we're going to go forward, also defending. And now, this is a problem because, I don't know, maybe I think only move for my opponent might have been to go back to support this square, but instead they, I don't know, try to reroute their knight, and we are completely dominating this position. King moves, bringing some more pieces into the action, getting my queen ready to go, threatening some nasty check. Queen defends, and now our pawn making it all the way to the third rank for check. King runs, and that's going to be game over. Not really too much to do here. Is mate incoming in a few moves. And yeah, guys, so those are some games where we take over the center and we use our space advantage to push our opponents back and break through their position to get to the king. If you guys enjoyed these games, let me know down in the comments, subscribe, like, and have a great day.